What's up, Epicures? Health Information System or HIS is such a technological boon for the health industry, helping the management of healthcare data with utter efficiency. The implementation of this system helps in improving the quality of patient care, reducing operational cost, making administration data error-free, and shaping the entire internal management process to become more organized. Now, let's talk about the health system. But first, let's define what is a system. A system is composed of individual parts performing or doing individual or different roles and responsibilities in order to achieve a common goal. Going back to the health system, according to Romer in 1991, it is a combination of resources, organization, financing, and management that culminate in the delivery of health services to the population. After 9 years, WHO defines health system as it refers to all the organizations, institutions, resources, and people whose primary purpose is to improve health.
There are three main goals of a health system. First is improving the health of population. It is the overarching goal of a health system, and it is based on equity. Are you confused by equity and equality? Don't you worry, let's differentiate the two. Equality focuses on creating the same starting line. Meanwhile, equity provides everyone with the same finishing line. This surpasses all prejudice and biases.
Second, improving the responsiveness of the health system. Responsiveness in the healthcare system means provision of quality healthcare services. Third, providing fair health financing. Healthcare is not an online selling product. The functions of a health system. First, we have health service provision. The goal of a health service provision is to improve health outcomes in the population and to respond to people's expectations while reducing inequalities in both health and responsiveness. For example, if a child has an earache with a fever, you would suggest they visit a medical care facility and see a pediatric MD or DO. Health input service are human resources, physical capital, and consumables. Personal health services are delivered individually. They can be therapeutic or rehabilitative in nature and may generate positive externalities. Policies, human resources, materials, financial resources are examples of input indicators.
Stewardship. The concept of health stewardship implies a broader, overarching responsibility over the functioning of the health system as a whole and ultimately over the health of the population. It should nurture itself at all levels of healthcare so that there is coordinated involvement of all departments and sectors. For example, maintaining the strategic direction of policy, development, and implementation, detecting and correcting undesirable trends and distortions, articulating the case for health and national development. Health financing refers to how financial resources are used to ensure that the health system can adequately cover the collective health needs of every single person. It is a foundational component that impacts the entire health system's performance, including the delivery and accessibility of primary health care. For example, revenue raising is a source of funds, including government budgets, compulsory or voluntary prepaid insurances, schemes, direct out-of-pocket payments by users, and external aid. And pooling of funds. This is the accumulation of prepaid funds on behalf of some or all of the populations.
WHO Health System Framework. It illustrates the 6 building blocks that play an important role in strengthening the health system. Service delivery. Timely delivery of quality of health resources. Leadership and governance. Ensuring effective stewardship of the entire health system. It covers the monitoring of the accountability of public and private health agencies. Financing. takes care of the funding for healthcare services to guarantee that people can use health services when needed without fear for having not enough resources to pay for them. Health products, vaccines, and technologies. Up-to-date and quality products and machines to best serve the people. Health workforce. It includes individuals and groups working towards that achievement of the best health outcomes. Also refers to the fair distribution of the staff. Information system. Analysis, dissemination, and use of reliable and relevant information. Leadership and governance in the Philippines. The Department of Health, or DOH, is the lead agency for Philippine healthcare. According to its mandate, Executive Order No. 119, Section 3, the DOH is responsible for the formulation and development of national policies, guidelines, standards, and manual of operations for health services and programs, issuance of rules and regulations, licenses, and accreditations, promulgation of national health standards, goals, priorities, and indicators, and development of special health programs and projects, and advocacy for legislation on health policies and programs.
Health Management Information System, in short, HMIS. In 2002, it is defined as a good HMIS should be composed of complete, consistent, simple, accessible, confidential, and cost-effective. 2 years after that, it is added that is especially designed to assist in the management and planning of health programs. Then in 2010, it can be used in planning, epidemic prediction, detection, designing interventions, monitoring, and resource allocation. There are 3 components of HMIS. First component is data input. It includes data acquisition and data verification. So what is data acquisition? It is the process of sampling signals that measure real-world physical conditions and converting the resulting samples into digital numeric values. Second is data verification. It's a process in which different types of data are checked for accuracy and inconsistencies. Second component is data management, aka processing phase. Under the data management are data storage and data classification. First is, what is data storage? Data storage refers to the use of recording media to retain the data using computers or other devices. The most prevalent forms of data are file storage, block storage, and object storage, with each being ideal to different purposes. Next up is data classification. It's the process of analyzing structured or unstructured data and organizing it into categories based on file type, contents, and other metadata. Third is data computation. It's any type of calculation or use of computing technology in information processing. Next up is data update. The modification of data that is already in the database is referred as updating. Third component is data output. It includes data retrieval and data presentation. Data retrieval means obtaining the data from a database management system such as ODBMS. Data presentation, this refers to the organization data into tables, graphs, or charts so that logical and statistical conclusions can be derived from the collected measurements.
The functions of HMIS. First, client or patient data. Information about an individual patient which may be relevant to decisions about current or future health or illness. Patient data should be collected using methods that minimize systematic and random error, including the name, date of birth, address, contact number, emergency contact person, history of illness, and medication. Next is scheduling. Corresponds to the planning and booking of all necessary resources, such as people, places, equipment, investigation, interventions, and events that are associated with the diagnosis, treatment, and care management of the patient. Authorization tracking. It involves monitoring of authorized personnel. Next is billing and accounts receivable management, notification and information of the patient's bill. Lastly, medical records has doctor's note and results of the test. There are 3 determinants of HMIS performance area. First, we have behavioral. It is the good behavior of the personnel. Second is organizational. It refers to the structure of an institution. It is either problems in a budget or support in HMIS. The third one is technical. Refers to the quality of data, system design, and information technology.
Laboratory Information Management System, or LIMS, is a type of software designed to improve lab productivity and efficiency by keeping track of data associated with samples, experiments, laboratory workflows, and instruments. Functional requirements and features. One of the essential tasks of a LIMS is sample management. A LIMS maintains and safely preserves detailed and reliable archives of each study, thus avoiding data loss as it travels between units. In addition, the chain of custody is revised to allow careful control of the sample position, as the sample travels from one unit of the laboratory to another. Workflow management that leads to a decrease in possible human errors by eliminating manual entry of data.
EHR, or Electronic Health Record, is simply the patient data management application including lab analysis requests, results, and relatable data. Mobile. With digital records and modern data mining tools, laboratory can accelerate the process of scientific discovery. An ERP system, which means Enterprise Resource Planning System, is essentially a suite of software packages that can perform accounting, product planning and development, manufacturing, inventory management, sales management, human resources, and other business tasks. LIMS applications. Patient registration, data acquisitions, billing, the generation of SOAS, accounts receivables, quality control, assesses the laboratory instrument whether it passes the prescribed parameters. Also, the basis for the authenticity and accuracy of patients' laboratory results.
Barcode generation, printing, and reading. This feature enables a faster and easier method of sample identification. Inbuilt bidirectional interfaces with equipment. It is a two-way communication between the LIMS and the machine analyzers. It is also a productivity hack, and there's less room for errors. Before we wrap up this video, we would like to say that we are happy to share that we can't believe that the first semester of class is already over. It's flying by already. To our teacher, we just wanted to tell you that we are grateful to have you as our instructor in this subject, and also for teaching us lessons that we may carry for the rest of our journey. Thanks for watching. Hope all of you learned something from our video.